Hello, welcome to the program. Today we are focusing on eyesight. It's very important that many of us actually do not give it attention, the much attention that it deserves. But if you'd like to know, 2.5 million people every year have occupational related eye injuries. And if you're an employer, this should worry you because your employees or yourself as an employer, you lose 20% of what should be the work output from your employees. And to help us understand this better, I have an eye specialist with me, Jacqueline. Tell us about occupational eye injuries. What do you see and what's the major cause?
Well, these injuries vary with different occupations, by the way. So what I as a welder, I may not get the same injury as one who's sitting in an office on a screen every day. Even plumbers, because they keep cutting a number of things, so they are at risk of having foreign bodies enter into their eyes. Here I'll also say about the border raider, as you're raiding, say an insect may fall in your eyes or dust, you see. So such people are at risk of foreign bodies, which can end up causing corneal abrasions, like wounds to the cornea or to the eye itself, or even perforations.
What is the impact of blue light, for example, to our health?
So each time we find ourselves on this screen so much, we literally forget to blink. So a person will stay at the screen, say, my friend Emma is watching a series that has, say, 6 episodes, and then they want to finish the whole 6 episodes at once, minus even having to step away. Now, this so much exposure to this screen minus blinking, the very first thing it's going to do is drying up the eyes. As well as the blue light itself dries up the eyes, also forgetting to blink as you're on these gadgets dries up the eye. And definitely if the eye is dry, we are going to start feeling irritations, like gritty sensations. I think you've had people say, I feel like they've poured sand in my eyes, I feel like my eyes are dry, things like that. Yes, that is also an effect of this blue light from screens. Secondly, tiredness. Like you always feel like your eyes are tired, like they're stuffed up. You know, you wake up in the morning, you go to work, and you feel like, wow, I'm already feeling sleepy, yet I've just woken up. To some of us, and that mainly happens to us who want to sleep with the screens. You know, there are some of us who doze off while watching. You've seen that? Yes, so we normally find them waking up to that. Now, some of us who are also spending the entire day on these gadgets, by the end of the day, you're already tired and the eyes are, you just feel like you want to sleep it off. They will just blur your vision. Yeah. So much exposure, you'll find that your vision is no longer as clear as it was. This is happening in a sequence. The moment the eyes are drying up, yes, you will not see. Even if they are not dried up, but they are watery. Also, when the eyes are watery, you will definitely see blurry. You have a blurry vision. So there are quite a number of things, and when such a thing happens, it really lowers our output as far as work is concerned.
How often do you see people coming for just an eye checkup?
I should say we are narrowing that gap for now. But yes, it is something that one ought to do at least once every year, though depending on the kind of risk factors you're having, depending on your current condition, it may require you to have it maybe more than once a year or maybe once in 2 years. Secondly, another thing a person can do to keep their vision well, screen users do what we call the 20-20-20 rule. That one states that for every 20 minutes one is spending on that screen, you need to take off just 20 seconds. I don't think 20 seconds is a lot of time. Just 20 seconds and look at something about 20 feet away, that is close to 6 meters, then you get back. These breaks help us to blink. Definitely when you look away and you look far, no one is going to remind you to blink. It will just happen involuntarily. So when we blink, at least it helps us to rehydrate our eyes and then enhance our vision. And also it helps us to reduce eye fatigue.
There are people who are now accustomed to using artificial tears and some other kinds of eye drops without even consulting the experts.
Well, self-medication has never been good. as far as medical is concerned. Now, these eye drops, well, they are really so good. We use them in medicating the eye, but yes, some of them, depending on how you use, they are the eye drops we need to use when they are monitored by the specialist. Actually, not some, but all of them. Unless an eye specialist prescribes for you something, it will never be safe for you to put it on your eyes. Now, we have another thing that people do self-medicate with is glasses. You've seen people buying glasses on streets. You will never know this glass has which prescription, and we all wear different prescriptions. Now, me, what I wear is not what you may wear, is not what the other person may wear. We all wear different prescriptions, and this can only be attained if you're thoroughly examined by the specialist and we give you the rightful prescription that one needs. Sunglasses is another issue. We have a tendency of just picking sunglasses anywhere and putting them. But the advice I would give a person out there is I would rather have my eyes without any sunglass completely than have one on my eyes that is not polarized, especially when it is really shining so bright.
Next time we come to you, we will be telling you about eye care for your children, because sometimes we don't give attention to our children and we get to know about their complications when it's a little bit late. Jacqueline will be back here to tell us about that. That's what we had for you this evening. My name is Walter Mwesigye. Good evening.